Alright guys, how's it going? In this video we're going to be reviewing this article. Now it's not an exclusive, but there are some bold claims made in this article about Liverpool making an offer. Look, offer being submitted. This is to do with Michael Olise. So we're going to take a look at it right now. I can't read the entire article out to you, so I will leave out filler, right? You know, the bits that say who Mo Salah is and what his statistics are and things like that. What I do when I visit a website, if you don't know about it, we know this one, it's not very good. But if you ever find yourself on a website and you don't know whether to trust it or not, in almost, 3 decades of doing this, I've come to the conclusion that the more ads means the more bullshit, okay? So I'll go through this with you and then I'll get Dave, my AI assistant, to give his verdict. Dave's been trained for a year now to analyse football articles, the journalists that publish them, and also the websites that push them on us. So it's a very poor website, Football Insider. You might say, why bother them? Well, because what happens is people read this, then they post it on social media and it's amplified, and before you know it, Liverpool have put a bid in for Michael Olise, and that's what the headline suggests. So here we go. My sources are checking this. Liverpool set sights on Mohamed Salah replacement with offer being submitted, right? Not might be submitted, but being submitted. It's published by Alex Oakhill on Football Insider. And basically it says, Liverpool's pursuit of Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise is set to take a twist with a new offer expected to be made. It doesn't say expected to be made in the headline. It goes on to say about Liverpool having an incredible transfer winner in the summer, talks about the players signed. This is what I mean by leaving out filler. Now, Liverpool are already considering a move for Olise next summer. I thought an offer was being made. As the Merseyside club continue to plan for the future. Now, this article is based around comments made by Everton's former chief CEO, a former Everton chief, basically their chief executive at Goodison between 2004 and 2009, called Keith Winers. We've seen him quoted before. He now runs a football consultancy advising elite clubs, right? A football consultancy firm advising elite clubs. So maybe he wants a bit of attention. You know, I don't know. That's the first thing I'm thinking here. So then the next thing it says here, it says he has heard from his sources and believes that an offer will soon be made for the former Crystal Palace attacker, basically. And then it says, there's a little headline, if you like, that says, Liverpool unlikely to sign Olise as Mohamed Salah's replacement. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit confused. Liverpool unlikely to sign Olise as Mohamed Salah's replacement. Liverpool set sights on Mohamed Salah replacement with offer being submitted. I guess Liverpool could set the sights on someone, could submit an offer as has been suggested, but it doesn't mean that they would get him, which is where we're going now by the sound of things. So anyway, speaking on the new edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, Winers insisted that Bayern Munich will probably offer Olise a new contract to convince him to stay in Germany rather than completing a move to Liverpool. Then it says the Frenchman is likely being shortlisted. I thought an offer had been submitted. How do you submit an offer if someone hasn't been shortlisted? This is very fucking confusing. The Frenchman is likely being shortlisted by the Reds as a potential replacement for Mo Salah, whose contract expires in 2027. But Winers goes on to say that he doesn't think Olise is the right player to fill Salah's void. Shall we see what he actually fucking said? Because I'm confused here. Sorry, I shouldn't swear like that. Swearing should be emphasis on passion, not for the sake of it. He told Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, I know that there was big talk around this. I've seen so many comments about this as well, on social media. And I've been trying to check on the sources. My sources are checking this. So he didn't actually say it that bit. I know, I just like to be very, very specific about things. I think Bayern are probably going to be the ones that are going to offer him a renewed contract and keep him there. Then that would mean another big summer for Liverpool to spend. They've still got lots of room in PSR because they did sell as well as spending some big money. Their gap isn't that big at all, so they could still could still spend more. Is he the sort of position they really need to replace Mo Salah? Is he the right one? Is he the right age? A lot of those questions now, but I think Real Madrid have been rumoured to be coming in as well. He's obviously impressing in the Bundesliga. You know I check the Spanish football dailies every day of the week for you, and there has not been a suggestion of that at all with Real Madrid yet. I don't think he's a dead cert to go to Liverpool by any means, and I think he'll be one of many they'll be looking at. I don't think he is the right replacement for Mo Salah. I just don't see this one happening. It's my gut feeling. Well, at least he's honest there, gut feeling. And I'm checking sources as best I can. My sources are still a bit different. Anyway, shall we have a look at what Dave's got to say? Headline versus article. This is one of my favourite parts of his breakdowns. I like to see if the headlines match the actual content of the articles, right? Headline, my sources are checking this. Liverpool set sights on Mohamed Salah replacement with offer being submitted. Looks like, or it's presenting, Liverpool are definitely submitting an offer for Olise as Salah's replacement. Reality, it's Keith Winers, ex-Everton CEO, now consultant, speculating on a podcast, saying he's trying to check sources. He thinks Bayern will probably extend Olise. He doesn't see Olise as the right Salah replacement. He doesn't think Liverpool are nailed on to get him. So the headline is borderline dishonest. It frames this as Liverpool plotting an offer, making an offer, offer being submitted. But the article itself is Winers being vague and doubtful. Blogger bingo, sources mentioned 4 times. Set sights a cliche to imply intent. Offer being submitted, implied certainty in headline, but hedged in the article. Replacement for Salah is dramatic framing. Incredible summer window. Fluff recap of transfers. Rumoured to be coming in, a vague hedge. Gut feeling, not reporting, just vibes. Bingo all over. Sensational headline, sources padding, and hedged speculation. So the word count breakdown, there's around 530 words in the article, Dave says. Actual new information, if you can call it that, around 60 words, 11% of the article. Winers heard big talk about Olise, but he's still trying to check sources. He thinks Bayern will extend him, and he doubts Olise is Salah's heir. Filler, recycled, hype, filler, recycled and hype, around 470 words, which is 89% of the article, which is a recap of Liverpool's summer signings, explaining Salah's contract length, general waffle about PSR and spending, Real Madrid rumoured, and Winers' speculation, hedges and gut feelings. Holes and issues in the article, headline dishonesty. The headline says offer being submitted, yet the article makes clear Winers is checking sources and thinks Bayern will extend him. Winers as a source, he's an ex-Everton executive, not a Liverpool insider. He advises clubs, he's not in Michael Edwards' circle. Contradiction, the whole headline hinges on an offer, but the body quotes Winers saying he doesn't see Liverpool landing Olise. Old tactic, Football Insider frames opinion as reporting. It's just Winers' musings It's just Winers' musings padded into an article. The author and outlet, Alex Oakhill, not a heavyweight journalist, mostly Football Insider level content churner. Football Insider, their playbook again, stick a dramatic quote in the headline, recap transfers and context to pad word count, quote their podcast guest speculating, sell it as Liverpool news, and obviously, which Dave hasn't said, is fill the website with advertising and ka-ching, banners, banner adverts. Dave's summary, this isn't journalism, it's Everton's ex-CEO having a natter on a podcast wrapped in a Liverpool clickbait bow. Headline promises, Liverpool are submitting an offer for Salah's replacement. Reality, Winers is trying to check sources and reckons Bayern will probably keep him. Fluff to fact ratio, 89% fluff, 11% actual content. Blogger bingo rating, 4 out of 5, very high. Credibility rating, which is here. Clickbait. Credibility rating, clickbait bottom feeder. The headline is an invention, not backed by the article. This isn't just padded gossip. It's misleading bait dressed up as journalism. This one is outright headline fraud, says Dave. So there you go. So no surprises with that outlet, but like I say, what I try to do on this channel and across the members' website, are you not a VIP member yet? Would you like to be one? Email me, dunk@coptalk.com, and I'll make you a VIP member today. We'll sort something out. Sorry. The reason that I like to touch on things like this is because this is what sparks rumours. You know, people will go online and say, I've been told, an offer's been submitted, but they might forget, not intentionally, they might just forget where they read it or saw it, and then it's amplified and messaged or amplified and spread all over the internet. So I like to think that my viewers and my Cop Talk VIP members, they get this at the beginning and can go, nah, Dunk's already told us where it's come from. So if you hear of Olise and an offer being submitted, you now know it comes from Football Insider. Headline fraud, as I think Dave just called it, and it can be dismissed. Okay, guys, I will leave that with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. What's your thoughts about this? What's your thoughts about Olise? It doesn't mean that Liverpool have no interest in him. It just means this is just absolute nonsense, all right? If you want to get me a coffee or a beer to put a smile on my chubby cheeks, there's a love art under the video. It's called a super thanks. People that do that, I give them a shout out in my morning briefings, the next morning usually. On my other YouTube channel, the Duncan Oldham channel, the link to that channel is in the video description. Consider it Cop Talk 2 if you like. If you like my content, you might like a bit more of me over there. All right, guys, I will leave it with you and we'll see if there's anything else to touch on today for you. All right.